Alrighty, first day back up again for the old cockbirds, man. It's super windy. I'm just trying to get them conditioned. There's like 3 new birds in this kit right here. And they were also bred by Cheneng out of my stuff. And he brought them over here. So I'm flying them with my birds, my old cockbird. Man, they've been on lockdown for like almost like four months or 3 months maybe. They've been locked down for a minute, so you know what? I flew out 2 kits. I didn't get hit, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just throw them up, see what they could do. You know, I like to keep my birds conditioned, and with this wind that we got, it's perfect for them. But it's good to see some good solid spin on them. I know it's been a minute since they've flown, so you know, I'm kind of curious on how they will perform, and they came out rocking it still, so I'm happy with it, and that's the results I want. You know, I hate birds that need to take a long time to come back in a roll. I like the birds that, you know, naturally comes in. So if they're conditioned and they're eating good, they should be rolling. Look at that. Not the cleanest, because they've been locked down for a minute. I've been trying to keep them alive, you know, for competition. So some of these cockbirds here is going to be in my World Cup team in 2024. But yeah, right now, just to get them out in condition, comparing old birds to young birds, the way they fly and everything, man, no wonder why people like the old birds more. You know, they're just more something about them. I think you build a trust with them more, because you know that they'll fly, and you know that they're gonna perform more than young birds. Young birds like a fluke. So yeah, I'm happy with this so far. I mean, shoot, first day up, and this is what they're doing after like almost 3-4 months of lockdown. Months, okay, months. I'm not talking about weeks, months of lockdown, and they're still flying like this, which tells me I'm moving in the right direction. I'm happy with it, because all I really gotta do is just condition them a few more times, and I think they'll be flying better. And of course, not in this heavy gusty wind that we got right now today. Man, today's super gusty and super windy, so you know, it's pushing the birds hard. But man, what I'm seeing, I'm happy with. You know, it's not perfect, but hey, you know what? We'll get there. We'll get them there. We just gotta get them in the right mindset. But yeah, birds are coming down. Man, they've been flying for at least 12 minutes in this wind. So with that, I'm happy with it. I am happy with it, because they've been locked down for a minute. So first time flying, and I'm clocking in at least 12 minutes longer now, because these guys are still flying. But look at that, that guy came down. Woo, out of breath. You know, I don't blame him. It's hard flying in this type of wind condition. There's a few of them in there rolling pretty good, but I don't know if I'm able to catch them in the roll here. They're kind of all over, and I'm not really watching, because I'm watching the skies for the sky sharks, man. No sky sharks. But yeah, all right. Well, I'm gonna keep my eyes out, because I don't want to lose any birds out of this kit here. But yeah, look, they're tired. They're tired. Yep. Look at that. Look at that. Man, I just watched this boy right here bust a super nice roll, man. He's a blue check odd side. He's out of the, oh, he's out of my cockbird that I turned into a foundation bird. That's one of his son right there. He's a half brother to one of that red right there in the front. That's her older half brother. And then the other one was the one I posted up about being super frequent and super fast for a young bird. That's the older brother right there. So he's got some depth and he's got some speed on him too. So I'm very, very curious to see how he's gonna mature and turn out this year. Hopefully he survives the attacks. I watched him get chased, man, by 2 goshawks, and he maneuvered both of them. So this guy's a fighter, and when he wants to crank it, man, I know he can put on that boost. But yeah, you know, she went inside, but LeBron's cock is this guy's brother. Let me see, where are you at? Where are you at? Whoop, you're over here. There you go. See, so he's kind of like an odd side, but super strong bird. I'm happy with him. I think that was in like another 3 minutes already, right? So almost, I lost time checking time. Guys, when you fly birds, okay, when you fly birds, I don't know about you guys, but I like to put a timer on. And it's not anything to do, but to me, you know, if you're gonna get into competition, you gotta know your birds. You gotta know your birds. Like, you don't want to be calling time in too early, okay? And I see a lot of guys make that mistake. Boom, the birds hit the sky and they go, time in. It's like, wait a minute, your birds didn't even lift, you know, like they haven't lifted. What's the chance of them hitting a roll? And then now you have 2 outbirds, or if 2 birds bump, you know, you now have DQ yourself. So I keep a timer on so that I know when to call time in. And you know, if you fly your birds, you kind of get an idea of when they're gonna go up, or if they're just gonna linger a little bit down low. And like I said, guys, this is just my method. You can do whatever you want. I know some guys, their birds shoot straight up and go up high. Mine's don't. They kind of like to linger around at a lower level, and then when they start rolling and they get a little exhausted, then boom, they go up. And that's kind of how mine kind of work. And so if I was to call time in right away, you know, they're not gonna do much. I had another family of bird that what they do is they come out, they circle 2-3 times, and they land on the roof. I don't know why they always do this, but they always come out, circle 2-3 times, they land on the roof just like this, and then for some reason you just have to flag them back up. And I think it's because they got attacked so much, because that year I flew them, and no matter what, even though I was getting attacked, I kept flying them. And whenever they saw something in the sky they didn't like, boom, they land. And so it kind of created this whole like trait where they just like to circle and land right away. And it kind of drove me nuts for a minute there. But what I really learned about it was that you couldn't get frustrated with them, because that was just their survival. You know what I mean? Their survival, that what the team did to feel comfortable. And if they land and they looked around and they didn't see anything come at them, they go back up and they go up this time, and they don't land. So you know, every kit's gonna be a little different, one from the other. You know, flying my lime kit here and my young kit over here. Just the 2 main kits that I'm really flying right now during all this craziness, and they're both flying totally different. You know, they're both flying totally different. You know, and the lime kit got hit a few times. Now they're starting to stay low. You know, they got hit with the falcons, the merlins, you name it, and they started to stay low. But you know, it's just something to think about, huh? And so, okay, so, okay, and so, yeah, you know, it's just, I don't know about you guys, but I like to clock my birds. Even if it's not competition, you start to build and gauge when is a good time to call time in. Remember, you got 5 minutes to call time in. Okay, so if you throw your birds up, you got 5 minutes before you can call time in. And if you don't call time in, then after that 5 minutes, the judge is gonna start judging. So if you don't know the rules, read up on the rules. But you know, you got 5 minutes of release to call time in. And I see a lot of guys that will just throw up the birds and call time in right away. And it's like, wait a minute, your birds haven't even got up to where they need to be at, you know? Why you guys releasing? Why you guys calling time in, you know? And so I see a lot of guys wasting that time doing that. So, all right, I gotta head out. My wife needs my help. So, all right, Effortless Roller, we out.